Hi everyone, this is Mula. Thank you so much for listening. This is something that God spoke to us. It was my brother and I and our friend A. We were on a voice call, and he began to minister to us. So it was on 3rd of March on 2023. So my friend had been ministered to. There were issues she was being that the Lord was addressing about her because she was not resting and at peace like He wanted her. So she was at some point she was being rebuked to be at peace, to be at rest, and not to be so busy because the Lord wanted to talk to her. The Lord was ministering to her and also using her to minister to other people. So when she's busy and not at peace, she will miss out from hearing the voice of God or from being nudged to minister to other people. So the Lord was rebuking her for that. So at some point he began to speak, and this is what he said. It's a bit long, but I'll try and see what I can reduce and what I can speak. So again, in reference, he was talking to her about the people he wants her to minister to, just anybody. Okay, so he began by saying, so don't look at every individual as a culprit, and don't overlook anyone, even a beggar in the street. Don't overlook anybody. Just be expectant, not overzealous or overlooking anybody. Just be expectant all the time. Whether I stop you, whether I have told you to talk to anybody or not, just be available and expectant. I am simply telling you, do not even overlook a beggar. A beggar. Anyone in filthy rags, do not overlook them. Do not judge with your eyes. Do not judge with your eyes. Okay, and he was so forceful there. There are a lot of street families, a lot of street people who are very important. They are very important people in this scheme of things, in the move of God. But you might judge them with your eyes, thinking that they are not of value. Let me stop here. When he was telling her, do not judge with the eyes, there's a particular verse God gave me some years back, and it's Isaiah chapter 11, verse 3. And it was something that I was passing through, and the Lord spoke to me and gave me this verse and told me, remember this when you're going through it. But now let me jot this down. Let me just add this for this message so that you understand why she was being told not to judge with her eyes. So Isaiah chapter 11 verse 3 says, and shall make him of quick understanding in the fear of the Lord, and he shall not, that he's talking about Jesus, that chapter of Isaiah, and he shall not judge after the sight of his eyes, neither reprove after the hearing of his ears. Okay, so we continue on. Let me repeat that. There are a lot of street families, a lot of street people who are very important people in this scheme of things, in the move of God. But you might judge them with your eyes, thinking that they are not of value. If God is changing and turning things around, those who are down, who are low, those who are the last to become first, who do you think right now are and should be the lowest? It's the street people, beggars, people who have no homes, people who have no names even. Those are the ones God is turning around. There are so many people who are not able even to feed themselves a meal, dress themselves. So do not look down on those you pass down the streets. There are people in tunnels, there are people in ditches, there are people in the streets even, but you're not asking. There are so many people in the slums. Allow me to show you. You have no idea. People's stories are going to change overnight and it will shock people. If anyone was to sit down and write every story, the Bible and every book that would be written would not be manageable. The pages that are written already would be so few compared to the stories that can be written about every remnant and about their stories. So there's nobody in life that is not important, and not everybody will be used because God knows everybody's heart. Even among the very people who are poor, the very abused, even the very ones that are down, even among them all, there are some wicked people. So, not everybody who is poor, who is down, who has been mistreated is going to be used. God knows their hearts, whose head He can put His hand on. He knows who to mark. Not everybody is going to be done that. So do not judge with your eyes. Do not judge with your mind. Do not judge with your nose. You can smell somebody and discount them because they are not clean, because they are stinking. Do not judge with your senses. Trust the Spirit of God, the voice of God. He's the one who will make you identify who needs to be ministered to. And not everybody that will be used of God needs to be told now. There are people I need to be in ignorance. So be careful when you're talking to people. There are people I might only tell you just in passing, this person and this person I will use, but you don't need to talk to them. I'm just making you aware that there are so many people around you that God will use. Look at all the house helps. There are very many house helps and shamba boys and domestic workers, people in manual jobs that need to be lifted up, that have been faithful, that have been mistreated. So many of them, not all of them are bad. And even among some of them that are bad, I'll still use some people who are also guilty of some things that they have done. That's why I'm going to remove so many who are in prison, who have been guilty of the things they were judged for. So it's not just everybody who is innocent that I'm going to use. No, no, no. I know who I want. So that's why you're not supposed to judge with your eyes, nose, ears, and all your senses. Because you will judge humanly and you cannot judge how God wants it to be judged. You have to be godly to judge, and you as a human being are limited in the attributes of God. Only God can choose. Only God can mark. Only God can be able to direct you. You have to be available, not discounting anybody. And do not refuse even if you think you're how busy. Even if you think you are busy, I will make sure you're not busy. And it might not be in a good way. So you have to avail yourself anytime God wants, because you have given yourself over to God. Let it be said, say it to yourself, anytime is God's time. Even if it takes how many hours to talk to somebody, I have not sent you to anybody deaf that you cannot communicate with. I haven't sent you to anybody who is like that. So everybody that I'm sending you to minister to is able to hear and understand. Whether they receive it well or not, it's up to them. It's not up to you. So just be available. So I'm commanding you to relax and relax. Stop being so busy doing nothing. I told you you can watch movies, whatever it is, as you wait on me. You can read books, you can relax, you can walk, take a walk, even sleep. All that leisure, all those things of leisure, do them. There's no judgment there. Do them. I'm the one who is pushing you to do them, who is pushing you to sleep, even during the day. Do them. Do anything that is going to relax you. Rest. Take your time to rest. Take your time, watch the sunset. Take your time to watch the butterflies, the flies, grasshoppers, and the grass, whatever it is. Take time to enjoy nature, natural things. Enjoy, because there are so many things that you miss when you're so busy. All of you enjoy that time. Enjoy this time. Enjoy this time. So, in connection to all this that God was revealing to us that we should rest, He has removed us somehow, cut us off from earning living from working external. All three of us, we don't have jobs. He's been maintaining us with the finances that He has allowed us um, in the in the businesses. Like for us, my brother and I, one business, my dad has left us, but he said this is just for now. Otherwise, after we are in the move of God, that finances will be cut off. At some point, he was calling it manna, because we are not working for it. We are simply receiving from the income, so that he can maintain us before the move of God, before the revival happens. And it's been a while. It's been since my dad died, 2018, and that's a long time. But I just wanted to give you that reference, because when he tells us even during the day you can sleep, he has literally given. He can even make us sleep. You just feel sleepy, and there's because there's nothing you're doing. You're not going to work. You just do it, and then when you sleep, either you wake up refreshed, something you might not even notice, or maybe you might not notice something has happened, but or you might have a dream, and the Lord was speaking to you in that dream, even during the day, as I said. So He has done so many things, and He has said even if He causes us to sleep during the day, our bodies are still being worked on. The things that cannot wait for the revival, for our bodies to be changed, they have to be changed in small ways right now.